Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you work, nothing in your life seems to change? You put in the effort, you stay up late, and you try your best, but the mountain of your problems remains exactly the same. We often believe that we are too weak or too soft to make a real difference in this world. We look at successful people and think they must be made of iron, while we feel like we are made of glass. But there is a mystery in nature that teaches us a different truth. The strongest things in this world are not the ones that use the most force. The strongest things are the ones that never stop moving. In a valley where a fast-flowing mountain stream cut through the earth lived a young man named Ishan. Ishan was a student of life, trying to build a career that would give him freedom and pride. Every day he worked with great intensity. He would push himself until he was exhausted, hoping for a sudden miracle or a big break. But after months of struggle, his progress felt like zero. His skills felt average, and his goals felt 1,000 miles away. He looked at the giant, hard boulders in the river and felt like a small, soft blade of grass. He felt weak and doubted if his hard work would ever matter. He started to believe that only those born with great power could truly succeed. This doubt was like a heavy fog in his mind. He felt the psychological weight of failing, even though he was trying so hard. In his brain, he was stuck in a state of stress because he wanted rapid change. When we do not see results immediately, our mind tells us to stop because it wants to save energy. Ishan felt that because he was not hard enough or strong enough to break through his obstacles, he would never win. He was tired of the fight and ready to give up on his dreams, thinking that his softness was a flaw that would always keep him small. Ishan went to see a wise mentor who lived in a small hut near a crashing waterfall. The mentor did not give him a book or a long speech. Instead, she took him to the bank of the stream and pointed to a large, jagged stone. "I want you to break this stone using only your bare hands," she said. Ishan was confused, but he tried with all his might. He hit the stone, he pushed it, and he kicked it until his hands were sore and his body was shaking. The stone did not move, and it certainly did not break. "It is impossible," Ishan cried. "I'm too soft to break something so hard." The mentor smiled and pointed into the clear water of the stream. "Look at the stones resting at the bottom," she said. "They are perfectly round and as smooth as silk. Did a hammer do that? Did a giant break them?" "No," Ishan replied. "It was just the water." The mentor explained that the water is the softest thing in the world, yet it can cut through the hardest mountain. It does not win because it is strong in one moment. It wins because it never stops. Every second, a tiny drop of water touches the stone. One drop does nothing. 1,000 drops do nothing. But 1,000,000,000 drops, falling day after day, year after year, will shape the stone into whatever the water wants. Softness wins over hardness because persistence is the ultimate leverage. Force can only break something once, but persistence can reshape it forever. The river does not move the mountain with a single explosion. It moves it by flowing until it wins. Ishan realized that he had been trying to be a hammer when he should have been the water. He understood that consistency is much more powerful than intensity. He began to apply a secret known as the 1% rule to his life. Instead of trying to change everything in one day, he focused on becoming just 1% better every single morning. In our fast world of 2026, we are told we must change our lives in a week. We see people on social media who seem to become famous or rich overnight, and we feel like failures when we don't. But the real 2026 hack is to ignore the noise and focus on your own flow. If you improve yourself by just a tiny bit every day, you will be 37 times better by the end of 1 year. This is the law of nature, and it works for your habits just as much as it works for the river. As you move through your modern career or your personal struggles today, remember the stone in the stream. Rapid change is often scary and leads to burnout, but constant small steps are safe and unstoppable. Do not worry if you feel soft or if your progress feels slow. Just keep flowing. When you face a problem that feels as hard as a rock, do not try to break it with anger or sudden force. Be like the water. Be patient, be steady, and be persistent. The world cannot stop a person who refuses to quit. Your life is shaped by what you do every day, not by what you do once in a while. Trust your small steps and keep moving forward. Flow until you win.